We have a well-known pastor here. No, you're born in Chidamisa. Too many times. Yes, it is. It is. I know this pastor. This is my first time meeting him. I'm sure, sir, with your now TV screens everywhere, on your phones, on your TV screens, because he has hosted about 50 and been on about 70, across the country of conferences in American Wasem. Been everywhere, spoken, well to a lot of people. Neno is not a new to introduce him to you. What next after a heartbreak is what we are discussing today. And Pastor Yaw Donkoh Waha. What is next after broken heart? And Joy Waha, Miss Me Waha, Pastor Waha. Ebe mi de pi se obehwe na ebedu baby no all your questions no short and okran ye be phone lines na obetimi and so abe joining e won komo yi mu. But I am happy. There was a time I metna ha make about broken heart because a broken heart no. Se echiwoda na echi obi a na otinche so na akwa wo yedodo sister kra the way I will behave na abroso na etowa utira ho saa udidi saa utumi jaduane no se hey wo hair na wo beka no obi a hwe udin a wonte wase wonko a e na wote hair no ase. But we want to know after that what, maybe even during that, but after that what is next. Sofo. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, you know the Meshia Mister.
Hey, mama.
Hey, many aji papa. Joy adaroma. No kaya me say. There be obi nim na o kaya me hey. Eni me so me yenhira ne. Eni me so me yenhira ne. Emu akwaba ba Max TV. Ma men kanto so kransa na we is on record.
Okay.
Ya record you into tape da so.
Pacho me dase.
Ntia ya na waba. Okay, so welcome to Max TV and welcome
Thank you.
to the Max Morning Show. Broken heart in some day. Waka nke nye nkomo foforo bi. Nanso enya de foforo ene guso esi. Nti e won kwan se wose yedi hu nkomo. Ebi a yedi hu nkomo nka ne bia na obi kan wo baabi obi ante ne yi obi kan baabi obi ante. But ebi a na de ya ye beka no obi bete. Inti yebedi hu nkomo. Ye ka broken heart kra na ebi na doctor for kan medically. Muma yenti ase yie se etesen. Mimi broken heart me nyae no na ye quite personal. Na ye minua ene wuye. Ye ka broken heart ya na nkrofo fe oze bia ye maybe in a form of marriage but minua na medinachi. That was the first time. The second time was my father. Me knew what is happening. But then I felt, say, you were afraid be broken heart. I think, said this is it because really, me hunu makuma wumimu. But I felt it break, and I felt, say, I was bleeding inside. That is what that's what I felt. Besi ne meka na wasi gume meka na many atete. Intimino se me helios me de na me so babesua. What next? You understand? Joy. Anna sanity. When you broke here today.
I'm quite a tough person.
Yes, uni emotions. Uni emotions.
Me who said who you rough I me jail. But my entire life I left guys never left me. Who I will share Joy who said who now break me and I left guys they never left me. Me I dated only 3 guys.
Hey, when you saw she.
Yeah. Me who you rough na me jail.
Sir.
Ti me mom and I'm Mr. Nkofo say mom broken because Nkofo be soon me feel pa.
Hey. So
me na TV
come on here for Joy
yeah. Mama bia me bubu akoma bia ya broken heart fa che what obi anya me da
so for come on here ni say
okay you the problem
e mo akwa me pacho yini nkomo broken heart na kra no at the same a dear na ye broken heart a dear na kofa ba
they can be chia and I'm chia Joy share your telephones. You can't broken heart. Broken heart is when your expectations are crushed. Now, you started explaining a few things. You said you can't broken heart. It's not just, we can't limit it to relationship, but it goes more than relationship. Nevertheless, probably I will limit it because we want to talk about relationships. When we say nobody enters into a relationship without an expectation. Naturally, so what say me pa na me gye so ma wa de enti am gye so enye ho efe de enti am gye so enye usika wo de enti am gye so they say have an expectation towards your proposal itu bi wa no na ka say me dowa be kwadwene ho kakra be gye so anya na wodo ni mo me hwe say ne wo ka kire me ma be gye wutu mu no obeye. And nobody says yes to whoever said I love you without an expectation. We say yes because many swadi hunu ni say we share bobi we can sembi ewura masum ene makumem ubedi so enti bi free baby na meba na me beto wo ebi bu ka kire me bad man ka anya amawom wo de me ka anya na me giwa no asemedi. And so when we talk about broken heart, it simply means that you make some promises, but you could not live to that expectation. Diabasa, my emotions are crushed. It's like, what? It simply means that we be a show. Now, like you are saying, it goes beyond relationship. But even your normal life, Michelle, how do you feel? But broken heart and the touching and the more thing when it comes to relationships and marriages. And when we talk about relationship, let's not forget that marriage is also a relationship. There are people with rings on their fingers, Bema or Ba, who are, I mean, they are still in their marriages, but they are broken hearted.
No
problem.
Mr. Wo, I want to hammer on expectations.
All right.
You have an expectation. Okay, say, and you will seek, and you will say, and you will say. So, say, what are people's obia sorry? Was a many broken heart. I want to differentiate between you were disappointed. So, adibia ya wo yes, akoye jame mana ya me ya papa because na always kebi na wohwe me. Na always say bia na wohwe me. And ya wo bia like you said, there was some promises that were made between the two that, you know, when broken, men fan say bia, washabo say, me no benante, ye be ware, ye be ye say, entine amane sa, ne bia, bonse na akumano, mwebu, but bia no be so expectation on all the buy, no, bia na obepe biedi, OPD, obepe biedi, anye ye, ene be ye we, ono so ye ka broken, no so di no wa be bataya yo, zo nti me pese me hu expectations no more would do, and who can actually say, I can't say because mostly I think it's a feeling, but who can rightly say I am broken hearted, or then everybody else just gets up and say, oh, I am broken hearted, when really truly they are not.
Okay, so you are asking about expectation. You see, I have an expectation towards you because I think you can perform.
Okay.
And you remember we, o boss said what you would say. Ama can perform. And so once you come to me and you propose, I look at you with an expectation. Say, wo niawakano, ubidiso. Number two, when it comes to broken hearted, it means that your performance was low.
Or non-existent? Was it low? Because a low crank can be by funny sao. But that's a 1 year crank.
What we say is low. What we say, Joyce, best open up and no one. The expectation can be very high. It depends on who you are dealing with because we'll be in the expectation level. Now, a kobasa a balu alone in the say, and pempenso abedui, naka ufia siebiketumu, gidi, ufrandopa, evia, and you marry, no abamin chain, at all lunch abrem. The way you started the speed, I expected you to maintain it, sustain it, or even if a member from Kakrafa, we nipa. But at this time, at the look of the speed and the way you are behaving, a SWAT from 10, I'm about to be 2. And that is, so already your expectations are crushed, but your heart is not broken.
Yes.
And so at the purpose of the 2 now, so your year through to where the crowd, then your heart is broken.
Yes. That makes a lot of sense.
Thank you. And so for us, we'll be so pay. And now when you don't see commitment, you don't raise your bar.
Do we expect too much? Because nipa or nipa is it sometimes our own expectations of people is what brings us to that place? Am I wrong?
Yes, no, you are right. We expect too much because of what you said to me.
Oh.
Na say wo Jimmy padi bebre so na te say 7 period asa. Wo ya yo Jimmy fo. Because I don't know what do rest so be mu den sir.
Manju nso en dia mintumi nje so ane ma. Uye nipa. But I feel like I've also encountered a lot of people. I look at you and you look outwardly as a responsible person. To me feel say we the machia be ma be penny be. We are different. And then if they start it and I don't see the view of that difference I saw in that person fulfilling everything he said, then I feel like no, I've made a mistake. And that is when your emotions are crushed. You feel like no, I should have taken my time.
Right. So say ya can't ya hunu ni nyina nipa owo sa dinabia no. E dey no wonye. Oh,
broken hearted. And I say low expectation. And I
yeah, broken heart. That's our topic. Okay.
Oh yes, yes. Okay, so number one, will be a relationship. Now you feel like the person has disappointed you. The okay can you know one year or show bo or no be there we on why abortion Charlie baby we pra the first thing you need to understand is that to be able to heal, the process is not automatic. You cannot just get your healing just because you think you don't deserve how the person treated you. When treating you, one year we one show we the boss was shared number. But if you genuinely want to bounce back to be able to gather your emotions, please understand that the process is never easy.
Yan kan twi kakra na wo pa kire say so person wo free baby abeka say wadi mawu wakumi wama me nsesi fom enkranfo say o hani imiji eje wi so won tan enkranfo beka no enye da krasem eye ntubuase enkakra instead you can automatic say wo press ana eno wa reset wo ye nye ne sa o say ye nkakra
we be ready for process.
Yes, you need to be ready, and in the process you don't need anybody to help you. In the process of broken hearts, you don't need anybody to help you.
Put you free, baby.
Baby. The first thing you need to do on yourself is to ask yourself questions. In the process of broken hearts, did I do everything right myself? Myself, did I behave well? Do I deserve it, yes or no? Because, yeah, my broken heart, sometimes you'll be shocked that what ban would mukasa. The behavior being yet, the attitude being yet, undini huni, adi anambe free in channel, menya. In other words, the promises, whatever. Timothy said, "Jack, let me walk out." And you will be asking on Yaku could draw catcher or say, "You are only baby." Number pel, number dog, but okay, I said the baby comes to ban once. Makama bring to me be. Let's break up.
And no credit broken heart, where I crowd.
But at least this man or this lady were gentle enough to be bold. And you will be on the yes, sir. Don't do now, Jawa. We want to see Jaw. Wow, sure, be at the end free bar. The Jawa, no. It affects you so much. So much. So before, after the process or before the process, just yourself, work on yourself. So one, you don't need anybody, you need yourself. Be real to yourself. By asking yourself questions, did I do well?
I like that be real to yourself because most people are usually in denial.
That is it. So this is what I wanted to come to. Shifting blames to the guy, to the lady. Say, he is the cause. He is the cause. They are the reasons why Adiwe does not heal broken hearts. And so be real to yourself. Work on yourself. Also, look and identify your behaviors. Be subain emuno netisen. Bibuno, membuno, be yeno, manofomno. And idea be wa na meye. So whilst you are waiting for the process of healing, you are also working on yourself by asking. So that akwenya bana ho kra to na wo kofu froma. Wa fa suban tantan bi anko. Yes I san be jao. And you jaja what was what?
Hey. Now that board.
Thank you. So
now that
board.
Yeah. So once you are going through the process, you are also asking yourself questions about your behavior. And then the next thing you need to do when it comes to broken heart, please don't be afraid to be alone. Don't be afraid to be alone.
And so say ubaya nkonam kakra.
Thank you. What we say ye jawa emu na open somebody who can cuddle you, hold you, obesumu, wakro. Oh, come on, Joyce. Oh, come on, be it's okay. And you don't be no show you don't need anybody.
Me who are not so take advantage.
Thank you. That is the problem. That is the problem. Once you are emotionally empty, you need somebody to fill the gap. Enti we your ba nem pempen so amiriketu mu yejao. Now you're broken hearted. You don't need another guy to come and console you. Oba wonchenya rod is out to come no amoa to ne kokoso rod is out for wechi. Because emotionally why you're empty, no, you are looking for somebody that can make you, somebody that can fill the space and make you feel like you belong. A one temper no could you grow be so nobody that free. Oh yeah. And now no one da oba be dono. Then you say to yourself, tell me me broken heart and the chance and the trauma. Say you no one come you and they send you what JB or cry me no. Mami family do man. And also another broken heart.
No, no dear.
The reason is that at that moment when you are broken hearted, your emotions does not allow your brain to think. You respond to your feeling, not to the pattern of your thinking. Inti o feeling and they say obai and wabuame ama misu etu etwantem. Makuma ekuru ewuntem ene mamendon. So you are led by your feeling, your emotions, not by you don't have any space to think and reason and look at the person and say, can I see this person into my future? Can I actually go with him? But to me, no. I am madam for but Jack, yeah, anyway, yeah.
In that time of heartbreak.
Don't be afraid to be alone. A lot of people are afraid.
A lot of people are really afraid.
What someone who can, like baby saying, a lot of people are afraid. But in that space, you said we don't be afraid to be alone. But that is also the space where a lot of people go through depression. And when it comes to depression, you can't go it all alone. You need somebody. You see, until why and I'll be here during that time. Why?
So, like I said, you don't need anybody. The first thing you do is to work on yourself. In the process of working on yourself, you don't need too many voices.
Yes. Confusion.
And yes, you'll be very confused. Into all bar, DY, it's okay. What is happening to you? Forget me, cry more, don't forget me. I know so DY forget it. And you know why? Now, sister, you was always say, look, I'm there for you. Count on me. Now, back with so about all fun in some phone song called Massa Zaga and Nagasani Namu. So once I keep here, of course, Obi have a candidate to make you feel like for you. And the more you hear voices, the more confused you are.
You get.
And so at that time when you are talking about depression, what you do is that you are alone. You don't need anybody. Hit the beach. It's for free.
It's for free.
So you need
go
nature,
out. I'm telling you, go out. Look for money. Go sit out alone. Don't be confused. Take a drink, sip a drink, walk around. Charlie, who are down phobia, you say, would you need a trustworthy friend? Kosrano kakrani nama around. Jiwenisha movies. Yes. So the more you keep yourself busy, the healing process is on.
No, shut them on depression to me.
Shut them on
because obi oho fra obi wesuama o kasako obi breaking on send your mukano wesuama o kasakra ma wo ho eto dan nsem na o kan bi kra nsisi so no kra we can say wa shed them by almost 3 weeks.
You don't need it.
That is a depression neighbor.
You don't need it.
Apostle can say ye break you yeah p o say mpoano ye need ticket.
Now who pay no kwatnasi alone because you see who pay no that's where you meet other people.
So where you go matters
yes, where you go matters.
I got to be to a guy we came here are you alone? Also can I join you? Another trouble criminal. Where's another criminal? So don't give room to people to enter into your space.
I think on another time, you know, the core is that people are afraid to be alone. It gets people into dangerous relationships, and then it takes them back into dangerous relationships.
That's right. But this time, I'm sorry. If you really want to be healed genuinely, you need to do it. Another thing you need to do when you are broken-hearted is to leave no guilt because you want to move forward. Why do you move far? What say and now me can say obi ni obi break up maybe 5-10 years ago. Oko send the powers me you be ndi.
Emotions carry forward.
Thank you. You want to move forward? Do you really want to move forward? Leave no guilt. And sometimes I made mistakes. Some of family man ko mbum kwasia. Me an sabi o mani mu adachi nti. Me an be jimi. Me an sabi dwene pa. So me hunyansa. That's time obi ba me man such so. You are not doing yourself good. Leave no guilt. Don't allow guilt to push you to the way and say you are not good. You are bad. Look, guys are not treating you well. Now I want to be wicked to guys. No. If you want to move forward, just make sure that you heal yourself and that there is enough space in your heart again.
Let me ask another question. What next now, Joy Ebisana? What next? What next is that you're going through a process over, and that process, no, I know, say, obiane ne timing. You know, obi shemre bi say, oh, I fear chi be 2 years. Oba you okay? Minti bi da. Obiane no obi oho no ma bia no obetimi a healing in the space of 6 months. Obi nso oho no mo a wogina mu sa 4 years na entenkoi. Inti no obiane the process one na.
Thank you. But then, like I'm saying, obiane the process, but how long are you going to dwell?
Wallow in it.
Thank you. And allow yourself to be broken emotionally. Then you are not ready to move forward. And so 1 year now go to what they are media. Akwano Germany, they are saying no be and beam. Me once you are a young lady, you are a young man, for sure you want to probably move forward. And so how long? So within 3 to 6 months, you should be able to work on yourself.
No more my broken heart na. Yes, she say ye ni your process ni mu ni aye ye obo hu anu asan eba.
Enti ho no me say right after breaking heart from that particular person, cut every communication with him. Block him.
I'm say onye. Because only panel I say, oh, there's nothing in there. There's nothing in there. I want to be your friend.
Anybody who is a threat to your emotions does not deserve the right to your heart.
Not even as friends.
Yes. Anybody who is a threat to your emotions does not deserve your heart again. Just say na dia yakra ye exa oko no aba onu agya no abepecho o ma no kwan afon fa course be 1 week 2 weeks no asan aba no abepecho obedi bi no adwane obobom no adwane no aba okun. And so that be you on phone complaining ukumi adai adana ye bisa go adai my your day go me abna you don't need negative energy around your life when you are focused on the future. Now the problem is that people respond to issues with their emotions without thinking of their future. Once you respond to with your emotions, what you are going to do is that you live in bitterness than to become better.
Right.
You don't need your emotions to do thinking. Once I see that you are a threat, go away.
Absolutely.
There are better people out there waiting for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're having a chat with, I call him Apostle. He's here in the studio, Yaw Donkoh, and he's educating on what to do after a heartbreak. You know, such education, when I call it a lecture, if I were you, I'll pick a pen and paper and write something down. I always say that the faintest pen is better than the sharpest brain. You can always refer. Apostle, you say, any DNA costume, not dear San Crasifo. Yamranu qua, necessity, Yamrani Yasu, in terms of Yakano, Uber Bonitofa, maybe Anna or BB, Akobwa will be. Oh,
last one, Penameka. I mean, can be. Also, once you are in the process, remember that the good and the bad is part of a relationship. And so, we will move Chelsea as a chinchina will be bewademe. And that is where the expectations are crushed. And the body to me see, papa to me see. Into me remember, I am careful of what I'm committed to. Indeed, whether me one ma would yes I'm a dog. Now so me your woman. What I do in the relationship, I'm extremely careful. So that you don't become too committed to it so much that you forget yourself. I've seen people that enter into a relationship and they even forget their own dreams in life. You don't need it. Na boy they catch us a pamo na fofo. No apamo. Pabo we na girl they catch us. Me pe na fofo ni nyina no apamo. No adwuma yo si jai. You see no the relationship. No, you don't need that. No.
Me na come be phone lines, yeah? Yeah. So that 1 or 2 persons can call, and then we can have a beautiful conversation. Yes, and I'm going me feel it. Yes, I was so feel it. So feel it. If you say who ne da, me na me say I'm got who no. Ain't na ha no last chance. Just offer your number. I had no last chance. Oh yes, yeah. Ain't no fret. And then probably you can ask. Be precise. Oh wow. I had a TV so you can say baby. O question back up na wo dia to so na yetimi abua 0302 750310. Yes, that's a caller. Hello? Mitiawo, hello? Okay, yes, I'm going to call the next caller because me nimere. Okay, intino ye din komo. Mama ka story bin che onasre. Na minimo bi madam fo. Na menene ntemu tete ye no ya de bia na enye kra. Intino media. I told you this morning that I don't do toxic. I try my possible best because there's only one life to live. Yes. And I more for you to come and distract me too much. 80 na many non tem enye yibim. I get Mama Ferdinand. Okay, hello, Edna.
Hello.
Okay, good morning. Good morning. Software anti Yaw Yo.
And I because my copy mother and say that was right. I don't pay.
Yo, Edna. Okay, thank you so much. Way appellation. Yempe obi for France so dear 0302 750310 0302 750310. Na me so for bin tia si entia. Me ni paying you fine. To no, I feel better. I say I'm not bitter. I am better. But me hunu me so nyansa me hunu the way ne nipa ni so ne ban. Say or nipa bia obetimi easily to call into baby I really do not need the person in my life. Me share baby are okay. I might say hello or not. But me so for feel say I'm still bitter about the person. Me deep within. So I am not bitter. It's just say I say what me who be in the same way be pain. I feel who say be mushia na. It's say
but baby when you say you it's okay.
If I feel
to
okay
love someone
from a distance,
but not be with them. And I hear mistake back when a year Ghana and he say if you forgive, they expect say what's that uni nipa say.
Me patch for Kwesi. Yeah. Kwesi for free labadi. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, Kwesi yanko.
But me dey say na many obi wo sa. But akataka kraba mami changing na mani ade. Intina meeting ka recently na me kwani anti oje na ma. Na menene kasa ye hu ye mo back. Menene kasa say ye be nya nti ase ne aba back. Ba say nti ase nye juma kaka nti ni pedi sa no sen na me.
So for me the when say we broken heart and broken heart. You me that say
one in na eti and on be jai.
Oh say
and on no be man the san pe wo ba no. Ti ye busa say den the see e ma o tempting. If we are able to know what happened, then we can conclude.
Absolutely. Okay. Inti no I guess you know what can assembly listening. Ebia na wo no when fa kwan papa bi so ana say bia na
cheating o can throw no che no
say we no get na nya broken heart o ma bi e na wo de nam connect nam ne ma me so je numbers wo ti ye wo ba father side
but what was your baby or your melancholy?
Say
what was your baby or your melancholy? Once you cheat, she might never come back to you.
Oh yeah,
but or your sanguine is so easy.
Okay, yeah, Ajwa free pokwasi. Ajwa, hello.
Hello.
Okay, Ajwa mama yanko.
Good morning.
Morning.
Na mo ye de.
Yes wadom.
Ye de Yesu ase nyame nhira mo.
Amen.
Duma pa mo ye wo. Da dia wo kan me tuche ma wo. Mama me tuche ma mo. Me sra mo atiefo. Dia da ka se. So wo ko sa ti bia no a pie na nante no. Eye perfect. Me kontibia no aka me yewu na sofu bia o hia me no na samo ka se minimum no me na eye se me hede mu a na ye me se me nko me ho na ye me se me mpade me ho enti no me pie one day shamata de me fit no and then they say me or go back to baby. It's a bit no one of me share so for no catch me say. Mammy, Yammy, Echo and the Pabi Mound in Pia cry, you casua, a sign, it's nancy. It's me free one, mammy call me sighted, we have this one I'm a cotton and Granaffe. And see from a finish a piano and Sana Edana Danano. And no matter a good sono, a one who he leave me wounded. It's the Sofocano, I am a Coremoma in Tia Natural, not a boy and see good by the Amayano Bay. So for your mission, on your book and say, I love you too much.
I love you too. I love you too. Thank you. Thank you. I love you too. Me dey pin so say uguso ahwe max na ni me no mienu yesua nyama bebre ko beach ko yi sekus ko yi nante ko restaurant ukran to aduane ma ho ache de bia be man to bi ma woni love yourself, you know, go shopping a little bit. What's yes kache de bia je yare ans na wako savings and ne ko to aduane fa wa usika
to aduane you can hit the gym or
do some exercising and smart workout and everything.
But you see, the end of this broken heart is when you look so beautiful and nice.
It was all muscle.
It kills your ex. And they will want to come back. Naturally say, yeah, jawa we na uzo bi jawa or but oh dear, try as much as you can do. Gather your emotions. Can boom. Now start to look good. Si sa unku kakra hon.
Na so sidi. Aduma papa
bi na wako status. There be na wa upload pictures, new ones. Now me so one friend now for Jack. Get one na so go pa the choma me.
No.
Ye jana ye tan we lose.
Joy, me borrow osofo. Me cancel any fidianeko because me na teacher ho me kama. Me na just me kama. O say me Joy on chatro. All right. So yeah, shall no your expectations mean about once and ye starting common no. Yeah, sofo mama promise back or so obesamba. So for woda sujire mu ana obedi so
we da sujire
obedi so esa na na ye kan na ye kwa into obedi so into so for besan aba that's an but I hope so you have taken something concrete from it, not only listening, not only taking it but practicing it. Something that's really emotional and sometimes no bia beka bia no enye hwe emfa ma but ade for fun. Maybe when you are settled you would know say I could pick a thing or two. Thank you very much for being a part of the show. Thank you so much for calling into the show and listening and also benefiting from it. So for that's a papa.
God bless you.
Now what can
God bless you.
What can you better now office and get 10,000. That's a papa. All right.